Do you like animals? Do you like combat? Well, do we have an episode for you? Today only, Lauren and I pit beast against beast in a fight till the death, March Madness style.
Holy shit!
So join us tonight for this epic Primal Showdown. This week on the Dirty 30.
The Brew Interviews, Coast to Coast, Brews, Faves, and more with Lauren and Robbie.
So how you been, Lauren?
Well, Robbie, I have been in a fucking awful mood all day long. So your intro really fucking cheered me up before we started recording.
Well, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. I wanted some creativity going on in these Dirty 30s.
It's honestly probably the most epic thing that I've ever heard in my whole life.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. Once I get something into my head, it's like, oh, I gotta do it now.
Yeah.
And I wish it was like math or science or something helpful, like curing cancer. But nope. It's writing cheesy intros.
You know, I think that's really your niche, Robbie. I think you've really found your place in life.
Did you just say I'm retarded? Is that what you just said?
No, you have a very unique talent. That's all.
Oh.
I think
that's
you
what
should really
say to certain kids who ride the short bus to school.
No. Robbie, I just think that you need to like hone in on it and like get yourself on Fiverr or something and really sell that product. Make it work for you.
Speaking of Fiverr, I am on Fiverr now.
Well, there we go. Anyone who
Yeah.
needs a fucking epic intro like that, hit Robbie up on Fiverr.
Or a podcast edited, because I can do that too.
Oh.
So
Wait, you're not going to edit our podcast? You're
I'll
just
do
gonna-
both. I don't care. But if I'm getting paid from the other one, fuck yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, if y'all want to pay me to edit podcasts, I might do that.
No, she can't do that. Dude, go to mine. Go to mine.
No, we're going to have competing podcast editing platforms now here, Robbie. Yeah, so terrible mood, but I think talking about animals ripping each other apart is going to put me, it's going to be like right exactly what we need to talk about tonight.
I think it makes everybody feel better.
Yeah, I agree. How about you, Robbie? How have you been?
I am good. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I got. That's
Oh.
really all I got.
Wonderful. I'm glad we're balancing each other out.
I had a thought come into my head the other day, and you can't relate to this. I know this is a Dirty 30 and it's going to take up time, but whatever.
Well, fuck it.
The first time I ever accidentally saw my dad's balls.
That's...
Yeah, see, you can't relate to that.
You're right. I've never seen my dad's balls.
This is a pivotal moment in a little boy's life. I remember I was like 9 or 10, maybe. And it was by accident. It wasn't like, God, here, son, here's my balls. It was just like an accident. He like came out of the bathroom after a shower and, and
Was
I saw
just
my dad.
naked?
My dad's weird. Yeah. Well, their bedroom and the bathroom are kitty corner to each other. Like they're super close. He didn't realize I'd be coming up the stairs at the same exact time.
You
That's
still
beyond the
put a
point.
fucking towel on.
That's beyond the point. He's the man of the house. Anyway, I saw his balls and I was like, man, I thought I was a man until then. Just these gigantic.
Did this happen
dangling man
recently?
balls. No, not recently. I would have called him out on it if it happened recently. This is like when I was 9 or 10.
Well, why are you thinking about your dad's balls now?
I don't know, because I was in the bathroom and I saw my balls, and I'm like, remember that time that you saw your dad's balls and you felt totally unequal?
Do your balls remind you of your dad's balls? Like, are they...
God, no. I do not have meaty clackers like that. I just do
Oh
not.
my God. I'm so sorry for Robbie's dad if you ever hear this.
Have you ever seen your dad's balls?
No,
Why not?
because I'm not a dude. That's weird.
It's a rite of passage of a young man. I've seen your school photos.
Listen, I was a tomboy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, I was gay and I didn't know it. It's fine.
Yeah, balls suck. So what are you drinking, Lauren?
Well, Robbie, and I know that we usually drink alcohol for our Dirty 30s, but I had a beer that was too good to pass up for the topic of our episode today. So I poured myself a glass of Bear from Treehouse Brewing.
Yes, it's a brown ale, correct?
It is an American brown ale. It's 6.4% ABV, and it has been in my refrigerator for about 2 years.
Good Lord. That beer is so good, too.
It
I think
is.
You sent me one.
I did. Did I send it to you, or did I give it to you the last time you came home? Like before you were.
I'm pretty sure you sent it to me with a bunch of other stuff.
That's very possible. I, as somebody who does not drink a lot of brown ales, I really enjoy this brown ale. My first few sips of this one were not as pleasurable as I remember them in the past, probably because it's been sitting in my refrigerator for so long. It's pretty sedimenty and like tinny tasting.
Okay.
So it still has that like nice nuttiness to it, though. I'm gonna drink it for as long as I can stand it and hope that it gets better as it goes, because it is cool now. Like, and I think brown ales are better once they're kind of like room temperature. So I may switch beers mid-episode. We'll see.
Give it
we'll
a bit.
See. Yeah. How about you, Robbie? What are you drinking?
I am drinking one of my new favorite beers.
Ooh.
I had never had this beer before until about a month ago, a little less than a month ago. And that is Lawson's Maple Nipple.
Yes, I have not had that, but I want to try it so bad.
Oh my God. It is an amber ale from Lawson's, which is up in Vermont, made with maple syrup. And for New Englanders, well, I shouldn't say all New Englanders. Vermont, New Hampshire mostly, maple syrup is kind of a way of life, especially good maple syrup.
Amen.
And most maple syrup beers, it's not that they're bad, they just have that fake maple syrup. They have that fake maple syrup taste. And you can just tell it right away. It's more sugary than it is flavorful. But this tastes like real maple syrup.
Oh, I want to try it so
It is
bad, Robbie.
so good. They had 4-packs at the Packy, and I was like, "Yep, not even buying one." I'm buying 4. I know it's going to be good.
Ugh.
So that's what I am drinking tonight, and it is amazing.
Nice. I'm going to have to get a hold of one of those. I almost grabbed Double Stack to drink tonight.
That would have been a good one too.
Yeah, but I would think that the maple syrup taste in that would be very different from the maple syrup taste that you're experiencing right now.
It is very different.
I'm going to wait until I get the maple nipple and drink both of them together so that I can compare.
Like at the same time, mix them together.
Yeah, put a straw in them and then each one
That's
just
a
drink
cool
it.
guy move.
But the hat that you put the cans in and the twirly straws at the same time.
Well, now you just went from a cool guy move to like, you're pretty lame.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like,
I revert
picked
back
last
to the
on
first
basketball.
one. I lose the hat and just straws.
Moving on to the main topic for tonight, because obviously that's why you're here. There was a show that came out in 2004 on the Discovery Channel, which gave me the idea for this March Madness bracket animal face-off episode that I'd like to call the Primal Showdown.
Yes.
And that show was called Animal Face-Off. And what they did on this show is they took different animals and they pitted them against each other. Not in real life, obviously. Computer generated, and they did things based off of the animal's strength, their size, or speed, or, how it reacts and how smart the animal was. And they would determine at the end of the episode who would come out the victor. And that's what kind of gave me the idea for this episode. But instead of just doing one-on-one, we are doing a whole entire bracket of animals killing each other.
Because we fucking love our brackets.
And animals.
First off, I would like to state that we do not condone any sort of animal violence. This is
nature.
For fun.
This is if they met in nature.
Most of these would not meet in nature, and if they did meet in nature, they would not fight. But I'm just excited to have a pleasant discussion with Robbie about it.
So what we did was select 16 different tough animals. I assigned them all a random number, and then did a random number generator to assign them a slot in the bracket. And that is how we decide the animals will be facing off. So we're going to start with our first competitors. We have the mighty elephant versus saltwater crocodile.
Yes. Both extremely vicious animals. I mean, elephants aren't vicious, but they'll fuck a bitch up.
They will fuck a bitch up. There are different species of elephant, and I didn't specify, but I just kind of threw the idea out of elephant.
Yeah, I think that any animal that we didn't specify would just take all the best aspects of whatever species. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that you specified saltwater crocodile, because that's the fucking badass ginormous of them all. Those bad boys can get up to 2,000 fucking pounds.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yes, they're terrifying. What do you think, Robbie? I want to hear your opinion.
I love elephants. I love giant saltwater crocodiles. I think they're insane. They're basically dinosaurs that just haven't died yet. Man, this is a tough one.
I know this is a good matchup for our first bracket.
But if we're talking about a bull elephant, I'm going to say elephant, just slightly over crocodile, even though the crocodile might be able to, in certain aspects, take it into water and finish it off there. But a bull elephant might be a little too big for a saltwater crocodile to handle.
If this was a baby elephant, the crocodile would for sure win.
Yeah.
But if we're talking full-size adult grown elephant, that would just fucking curb stomp a crocodile, and that would be the end of that.
Skadoosh.
I hate to see the crocodile go so soon, but
I know.
But the
I was
elephant,
upset by this matchup.
I know the elephant would definitely win this.
Yeah, for sure.
And fun fact, Danny has almost been trampled by elephants twice.
Okay, moving on.
So I asked her about this, and she said an elephant would definitely win.
Because Danny's the same thing as a crocodile, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Moving on to the second matchup, excuse me. We have rhinoceros versus a gray wolf. Yeah. Unfortunately, this one's kind of obvious to me anyway.
I'm gonna go with a rhino would win this one.
Yeah. Gray wolves, if you've never been next to a real wolf, you don't understand how fucking big they are.
Yeah, they're very big.
They're ginormous, but unfortunately it's going up against a gigantic rhino, which is basically a tank.
A tank, they run pretty quickly, don't they?
I think it's like 15 to 20 miles an hour. They're not super fast, but they're faster than you would think they would be.
Yeah, and they got a huge fucking horn on their face.
A giant fucking
A pack
horn,
of gray
Ivory
wolves,
poachers
I
took
think,
it.
would be able to take down a rhino, but one-on-one, rhino all the way.
Yeah, rhino all the way. Unfortunately, because gray wolf is one of my favorites. Unless the gray wolf just waits until the rhino goes extinct, and then they win.
Well, or a poacher comes along and just takes them.
They're fighting, and some fucking guys on a jeep fucking shoot it. The rhino like, oh, I guess I won. Wait, maybe we should choose gray wolf, because...
No. Definitely rhino wins one-on-one against the gray wolf.
Up next, we have a Komodo dragon versus a bull.
So...
This one's hard.
Now listen. Komodo dragons are fucking huge. I didn't realize how long they were. They're like... Male Komodo dragons are like 6 to 8 or 8 to 9 feet long.
They're ginormous.
That means if you go to an 8-foot pool and that motherfucker stood on the tip of its tail, its head would be popping out of the water. That's how long they are.
Yeah, they don't fuck around. There's a reason there's a whole island just for themselves.
Yes. Now, so this is where I have a little bit of a, I don't know. I hesitate a little bit. Because of all of the animals on this list, the Komodo dragon is the only one that has a venomous aspect to it. And I think that without that so basically like Komodo dragon's teeth are serrated, right? So that yes. Fucking hurts. They have a I think their bite is like 30 pounds per square inch or something like that of force.
Only 30?
Yeah, it's not a lot. Compared
they take down like big animals.
Well, they take down big animals because when they bite, they have so much bacteria in their saliva and a specific type of venom that not only negates the effect of coagulating blood, so it allows the animal to bleed, like they can't stop their bleeding, and it also increases heart rate so that they bleed out faster. You know what I mean? So like, without that aspect, I don't think a Komodo dragon would be able to take down a bull. But because they take down like water buffalo all the time. Like they'll eat a
which
whole
are
fucking...
sometimes bigger than bulls.
Which are bigger than bulls.
Yeah.
But it's only because of that venomous aspect.
They're
not fast. They're not...
They're pretty fast.
But they're not as fast as a bull.
No,
they just bite
unless it's running away.
They literally just bite it and then wait for it to die, and then they can smell for up to like 30 miles or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
well, they do kind of like the death roll, like alligators and crocodiles do.
Kind of.
Which is insane.
So if we're basing it on like the venom aspect, a Komodo dragon would beat out any of these animals.
I think in the time that they would fight, I don't think so. But I'm for the Komodo dragon. It sounds like you're for the bull. We can flip on it.
I mean, I'm okay with passing the Komodo dragon on, but just because I just think bulls are
bulls
boring,
aren't as
but
bulls and cows, I don't think they're tough, but they're fragile. You know what I mean? Like you can take out a cow's legs and stuff like that, and they go down. There's a reason they rodeo them pretty easily.
Yeah.
So that's my only thought process is that I'm more scared of a Komodo dragon than a bull.
I mean, I'm pretty scared of both of them.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'd be terrified of both, but I'm saying I'd be more scared of a Komodo dragon.
I think I'd be more scared of death by Komodo dragon than death by bull. Yeah. I'm okay with letting the Komodo dragon move on, but I don't think that we should count the venom aspect from it.
No, I didn't. I just
All
thought
right.
of pure toughness and anger.
Yeah, those things are fucking terrifying.
All right, moving on. We have a Clydesdale, the biggest and toughest horse, versus a cougar. Or a mountain lion, if you want it that way.
Oh, we are not the older women that prey on young.
No. God, the Clydesdale would lose in a heartbeat. Everything would lose in a heartbeat. No,
yeah. Well, I'm just
big
clarifying.
Yeah,
just
the
clarifying.
large cat.
All right.
What do you think, Lauren?
Oh, I don't know.
This is hard.
I know cougars are pretty tough.
They're very vicious.
They're super
Very
vicious. But Clydesdales are humongous, and I feel like they're kind of like the elephant in the aspect of they would just like curb stomp like one kick and that cougar is done. Yeah.
Now that I'm dating a horse girl, that sounded weird. Now that I'm dating a girl that likes horses.
Pony play.
I'm around. I think he's a Clydesdale. I'm around a Clydesdale all the time, and it's fucking intimidating. They're super nice, but their feet are ginormous.
Yeah, it's like the size of your face.
Twice as big. It's scary. And I'm like, okay, you know what? A Clydesdale could probably fucking kill a mountain lion.
Yeah.
And not think twice. But what do you think?
I'm kind of on the same playing field as the rhino gray wolf situation. Like a pack of cougars would take down a Clydesdale, like no problem.
Unfortunately, that's not a thing.
So the only way I think a Clydesdale would win is if it got a good kick in. But cougars are smart. If a cougar came up behind a Clydesdale and just like they jump, like I think they can jump pretty high.
I mean they're a big cat, so any big cat.
I think that if a cougar climbed a Clydesdale from behind and fucking just sunk its teeth and claws into its neck, a Clydesdale wouldn't stand a chance. But if a Clydesdale like got a good kick in, the cougar wouldn't stand a chance.
Exactly. This one's hard. You want to flip for it?
Sure. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's flip for it.
Okay.
Are
I have a
Clydesdales
sticky
smart?
notepad here.
Are they smart?
What's that?
Are Clydesdales like smart?
Yeah,
They can't
I mean,
see
they're not-
behind them though. Like, is their hearing good enough to like hear a cougar? Like,
Oh yeah, they know when predators are around. Horses are pretty keen on that kind of stuff.
I don't know anything about horses.
I have a notepad here with a C on the front. That's for Clydesdale. Oh, they both start with C. And on the back, it's just gonna be blank, and that's gonna be for the.
Did you
cougar.
just write that C on Steph's work notes?
Don't worry about it. All right, I'm gonna throw the notepad. It's the cougar.
All right, cougar wins.
Cougar moves on to the second round. Up next, we have probably my favorite entry into this. I decided to pick a human, but a human of peak performance. And who is the most epic of all humans, Lauren?
That would be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
That's exactly goddamn right. So up next, we got human at peak performance, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson versus a golden eagle.
A golden eagle. Now, this one is pretty clear in my mind. That The Rock would fucking grab an eagle out of the air and snap its neck, no problem.
Oh my, he would Ozzy Osbourne that shit and just bite its head off.
Fucking bite its head off.
Golden eagles are crazy. Well, for number one, they're ginormous. I believe they are the biggest eagle. I don't know about the biggest bird, but the biggest eagle out there.
I think
Which
you're
is saying
right.
something.
And their talons are terrifying.
Oh, they're insane. And these eagles are known for picking up goats, mountain goats, off of mountains and throwing them off mountains to kill them.
Savage.
By the way.
That is savage.
It's fucking crazy. That is like that is the first video on my YouTube page that I favorited ever, like a long time ago.
Is a golden eagle grabbing a goat and throwing it off a mountain?
Yes, throwing multiple goats.
I think that says a lot about you, Robbie.
I think you're wrong. So, Lauren, The Rock or a golden eagle?
This is a pretty clear choice for me. I'm gonna go with The Rock.
Thank God. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. All right. Next one, we have a tiger versus a moose.
I like this matchup. I like that a moose is on this list because I don't think people understand, like, moose are fucking scary.
They are ginormous and they are scary.
Yes. Now, we live in New Hampshire, like grew up in New Hampshire, and
Yes.
I had not seen a moose until a few years ago. And let me tell you.
Really?
Yeah, I had never ever, like, I maybe have seen one like way off in a swamp somewhere, like from a car when I was like 2. But like in my living memory, the first time I ever saw a moose, I was driving to work and that motherfucker ran alongside my car at like 45 miles an hour. And I was like, I thought it was going to ram my car. That's how close. I could have reached my arm out the window and pet this fucking moose. And I was scared as shit. You think hitting a deer is scary? Try a fucking moose ramming into your car. And this was not even a full grown like bull moose. This was just a lady moose. It could have even just been.
Moose.
It could have even.
They're called moose knuckles.
Moose. Oh shit! I mean, it could have even.
You weren't expecting that.
No, I wasn't expecting that at all. It could have. It even could have just been like a teenage moose, and that shit was scary as hell.
Yeah. I mean, obviously everybody knows tigers are ferocious and very large and mean. But yeah, people underestimate a moose. And the one thing they don't realize is, I almost said meese. Moose are extremely quiet.
Super
so
quiet.
You can be out in the woods and turn around and there's a fucking moose. And you're in his way. You're about to fucking die, basically. These moose are insane. My whole family is from Vermont, and I know it's kind of very backwoods rednecky, but we used to go moosing, which is basically going to go find moose. You're not hunting them, you're just looking at moose. That sounds really bad when I say it out loud. Anyway, and you can get close, and holy fucking shit, moose are scary. I don't think they beat a tiger. Tigers are too big, but a moose would definitely fuck up a tiger if it got a right charge with its antlers.
I for sure agree with everything that you just said. Also, I think you may have just been looking at moose, but my uncle is a hunter and he held the record. I don't think he does anymore for bagging the biggest moose in New Hampshire ever.
Really?
Yes.
That must have been fucking scary.
Well, the guy he was with was supposed to do it, but he fucking got scared and didn't. So my uncle's like, give me that gun. Fucking shot it.
All right, so tiger moves on. Up next, we have a very interesting matchup. Thank you. Sorry, I was having a brain fart. One that we've seen in Disney movies, actually, and that would be a silverback gorilla versus a leopard.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like
leopards
this one.
Leopards are smaller than tigers. I think they actually have a harder bite force than tigers.
I think you're right in that.
Yeah, and they're obviously ferocious. But a silverback gorilla,
well, fuck a bitch up.
I feel like if it got the right hand on pretty much anything, it would rip its head off.
Yeah, so gorillas have the upper hand of having thumbs, which is nice.
Yes.
They don't have nails, which is unfortunate in a case of going up against a leopard that has vicious claws.
Claws and teeth.
Yep. Gorillas are very intelligent, so it might outsmart the leopard. And also they, like, if it were to, like, grab something and throw it, like, at the leopard, like, that might fuck it up, or, like, grab the leopard and throw it.
Yeah, that's what I was more thinking of. I don't think they need to throw anything at the leopard. I think they're scary enough to fuck a leopard up.
Yeah, they also do this thing where they will just, like, Donkey Kong a fucking enemy, like, literally just, like, jump up and, like, throw its entire body weight down onto it, which I'm pretty sure would kill a leopard, because they're not that big.
Comparatively.
Comparatively.
I would vote for a gorilla in this instance. I like leopards, but gorilla.
I wish that I could phone a friend and ask Danny, because she worked with gorillas, so I'm pretty sure she would know the answer to this.
Are you talking about her ex? Because that's not very nice.
Well, I'm going to go with the gorilla too. Yes. Gorilla for the win.
Gorilla moves on, but who will the gorilla be facing? Because up next we have one of my favorites. A hippopotamus versus a grizzly bear.
Hence the beer tonight.
Yes.
I love this matchup. I don't think that people, like, if people just, like, think of hippopotamuses, like, you wouldn't think that it's super dangerous. Like, first thought that comes to mind is, like, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Like, I was going to say my 2 front teeth, but, like, never mind.
Yeah, that's a different
I was like, that's the wrong song, Lauren. But I'm pretty
Fantasia.
sure. What?
Fantasia. The hippo does the ballet.
I don't remember.
You gotta rewatch Fantasia.
I know, I really do have to rewatch it.
Yeah.
But hippos are responsible for the most human deaths in Africa. Like
In
a
the
year.
world. I think they are the deadliest animal in the world. I don't think even Africa.
What?
Because every list I've ever seen is the deadliest animal in the world is hippos.
I don't know about
are
that.
Hippos?
I don't know. I just know that in Africa they kill the most humans a year.
Yeah, definitely in Africa. But what else kills humans throughout the world?
Snakes. Elephants will run
Snakes don't
into
count.
elephants will run into village and trample humans every once in a
Yeah,
while.
but again, that'd be Africa, so they don't count.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, Robbie. Mosquitoes probably kill more people.
Mosquitoes aren't
a year
animals.
than
They're
insects.
despicable pieces of shit.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But yeah, people definitely underestimate hippos for not only their strength but also their speed.
They're super fast.
Super fast. Grizzly bears, though, people also don't realize how fast they are.
Grizzly bears can run up to like 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, 30 miles. That's fucking insane, considering they can just outrun a fucking deer.
Oh, yeah.
Which is lighter and smaller. You're just like, you know what? Fuck you.
And
Bam!
their claws are ginormous.
Yeah.
Ginormous. And their teeth, they're like bears wrestle, essentially. Like, they are like combat animals.
Yeah.
But comparatively in size, hippos are way bigger.
I think hippos just kind of run it over. In a way, it would just use its weight to that advantage.
Yeah. I think if a bear got in... this one's a hard one.
I know.
Because grizzly bears are vicious.
And ginormous.
And
But not as
ginormous.
ginormous as
And
hippos.
both of these animals are like super territorial.
Yeah, probably the 2 most territorial on this fucking list, if I think about it.
Oh, boy.
Besides the Rock.
Besides the Rock. I don't know. I think a hippo would fuck a grizzly bear up purely based on size.
Yeah, that's what I'm also saying.
Although I feel like if a grizzly bear got a good swipe in the right spot. How thick is
Yeah,
hippo
but you can say
skin?
that with a lot of animals, so.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going to say a hippo would beat a grizzly bear.
That is also what I am saying.
Wonderful.
All right, moving on to the next round. We have elephant versus rhinoceros.
Elephant versus rhinoceros. An elephant would win.
Elephant?
Yes, for sure.
My vote was for ivory poachers, but yeah, okay.
All right, well, you're not wrong.
This is a weird one too, because they're both gigantic, heavy animals. They both have some sort of tusk or horn. I think rhinos are faster for sure.
I don't know. Elephants are
Just
pretty
based
fast.
on size. Yeah, but comparatively to a rhino, I feel like if a rhino just stays small and uses that fucking horn, if the elephant tried to get near, you know what I mean? I don't know.
No, an elephant would definitely win over a rhino. One fucking stomp, that rhino's done. I mean, yeah, the rhino could like run under it and like scrape it with it, like disembowel it with its horn, but like, I'm pretty sure between a rhino and an elephant would win.
I honestly feel like I should have left elephant off this list.
I think you should have left elephant and hippo off this list because I
Just
think that's
they're
what it's
so
going to come
massive
down
size-wise.
to.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I got faith in the Rock. All right. So elephant moves on. Up next, we have Komodo Dragon versus a cougar. This is a weird matchup, actually.
This is a weird matchup.
I think Komodo's bigger.
Well, it's longer.
Yeah.
Not like height wise, it's not bigger.
No. It's probably heavier than a cougar.
Oh, heavier for sure.
Yeah.
How thick is a Komodo dragon's skin?
I don't know.
I'm pretty
I
sure
don't
it's
know
like
if it's
it's
like
like armor
hippo thick.
like, isn't it?
It might be. They're fucking reptiles, so.
I think what is it? A cougar? A cougar would have a hell of a time trying to kill
Yeah.
a Komodo dragon.
Which is also fast. Like it's a reptile. It can snap fast and and grab. I kind of give it to Komodo here.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, all right.
But like barely.
By like, and I'm not even thinking about venom wise. I just
No. Just pure bite for bite fighting each other.
I think a Komodo dragon would get better bites in than a cougar.
Yeah.
Based on skin, like the skin type. You know what I mean? Like a cougar has like soft skin, soft underbelly. Like a Komodo dragon, I feel like would just like reach its fucking serrated teeth up and like just keep chomping away until the cougar was done.
Aren't their teeth kind of like pythons and anacondas where they're serrated backwards?
Yeah.
So they can't escape from their mouth.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Like it's kind of fucked.
They're serrated in some sort of way.
Plus, humans have defeated mountain lions by hand to hand before, like during hikes and stuff like that. Like there are stories of that. So
my God, I commend those humans. I saw a bobcat once and was shit my pants.
That was a house cat. But yeah, we'll keep going. All right.
I saw a cougar. I saw a cougar last year.
Yeah, well, you went to a lot of gay clubs, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, you're right.
Up next, we have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson versus the Tiger King. No, just a tiger. Just a tiger.
I was gonna say
we should have put Joe Exotic on
the Rock would destroy the Tiger King in more than one way.
What does that mean?
Well, it's a gay joke. Don't worry about it.
The Rock is not gay.
I know he's not gay, Robbie, but I'm just saying he would still destroy Tiger
with his
King
giant rock
with
cock.
his giant rock cock. Yes. I don't know. I wish that it wasn't The Rock versus a tiger, because I think that The Rock would tame the tiger and keep it as its pet in this situation. I don't think he'd fight the tiger.
The tiger eating his head.
I think that The Rock would hold his fucking own against a tiger for a hot minute, though.
I think he would do better than most average human beings.
But a tiger would. I'm sorry, Mr. Dwayne. But
Mr. Dwayne.
Yeah, Mr. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'm so sorry. I think a tiger would kill you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not me. I have a way with cats. You know what I mean?
You do.
So
you could absolutely tame a tiger.
I would tame a tiger pretty easily, but The Rock is not me, obviously. I mean, totally different body types. But tiger, I guess, would move on.
Sorry, Rock.
I know. This sucks. I love The Rock. And the last matchup for this round, we have a gorilla versus a hippopotamus for Christmas.
100% hippo would win.
Unfortunately, I think if the gorilla came up against it, pretty much any other opponent besides a hippo or an elephant,
it would win. Well, I don't know about that. I don't think a gorilla would win against an alligator. Crocodile.
Oh, I do.
No, I don't think it would.
I think they did that matchup on the Animal Face-Off.
Did they? I feel like a saltwater crocodile would grab a gorilla, death roll it, and then drown it. No problem.
My thought was out of water for all of these.
Because it would still grab it and then just death roll the fuck out of it.
I mean, have you ever seen King Kong? Basically, he takes the gorilla and he takes the T-Rex mouth and he rips the T-Rex mouth in half. Like,
okay, well, that's King Kong and a T-Rex, and no, I've never seen it. And I think that a gorilla would lose against a crocodile, but this is a gorilla versus a hippo, and a gorilla would lose.
A gorilla?
What'd I say? A gorilla.
Did you say gorilla?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know what you said. Anyway, yeah, hippo moves on, obviously. All right, next round. We have an elephant versus a Komodo Dragon.
Elephant would win.
Yeah.
It would just step on it, and then it'd be squished little roadkill. That's what
Unfortunately, that's all it would take.
Even if the Komodo dragon were to bite the elephant and we count the venom, the elephant would kill the Komodo dragon before the Komodo dragon venom killed an elephant.
Yeah, especially something that big. I don't even know how the venom would react. Like, it would take probably even longer.
It would take forever.
Yeah, it would take a while. Yeah.
Elephant for the win.
Yeah, pretty much. Up next, we have a tiger versus a hippo.
Oh my god.
This is a weird one because...
Do tigers hunt hippos? Is that a thing?
I don't think they're in the same area.
I don't think they are either.
Not I'd have to look that up, but I'm pretty sure they're not in the same kind of area. Hippos and alligator or crocodiles definitely are, but I just think the hippo's too Too angry. First of all, they're just angry fucking creatures.
They're
They
not.
really are.
I don't think they're very. Are they intelligent?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're not like elephant level intelligent, but I'm sure they're, for animal wise, I don't think it matters for a fight.
Well, I would think that a tiger could outsmart a hippo. Like hippos are super like vicious and like, well, fuck a bitch up. But like, this is kind of the situation with like the Clydesdale and a cougar. Like, I feel like a tiger would just like jump on a hippo's back. A hippo can't do shit about it.
Yeah, but hippos have thick fucking skin, like
And a lot of
vastly
fat.
thick. Yeah, so I feel like even if the tiger bit it, it would take so much and so many tigers. I think it's like the wolf pack mentality against the rhino. I think that's the only scenario where they would win.
But I also don't think a hippo would be able to get the tiger off of it. You know what I mean? Like, I think a tiger would be able to attack it for long enough to take it down.
All it's got to do is roll, which they do all the time. That's my thought. Is they just go.
The tiger's squished.
And if the tiger doesn't move, he's fucking. That's my thought. I just think the hippo, like we said, is too big and too vicious and mean to just give up. Like
They're
it
angry
wouldn't
motherfuckers.
it wouldn't give up like a gazelle or something smaller. It would just be like, I'm gonna fucking. If you're gonna kill me, I'm gonna fucking make sure you might die after you kill me.
That's true.
That kind of mentality.
Vengeful. All right. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with moving the hippos along.
This is the weirdest final ever.
I know.
It's hippo versus elephant.
Hippo versus elephant.
Oh, they're both extremely heavy. They both have extremely thick skin. Hippo swims better and I think is a little faster. Elephant has tusks, but hippo, like the hippo teeth are fucking insane. They're like saber-toothed tigers. They're huge.
Yeah, but elephants also have trunks to help. Like, hippos don't have any sort of appendages to like move around. You know what I mean?
I don't know what a trunk would do against a hippo.
Hit him right in the face. Bitch slap him.
I've
Knock
been
him
bitch slapped.
out.
It doesn't kill me.
Yeah, but like, you've never been bitch slapped by an elephant.
You don't know my life.
Well, you're not wrong. I think I really think an elephant would win in a fight against a hippo.
Yeah. I think it's so weird. It's such a weird idea to think about.
Yeah.
These two animals going against each other. I think on land, an elephant wins. I think if they go in the water, hippo wins.
Well, you wouldn't let the crocodile be in the water, so we're not going to let the hippo
I
be
know.
in
That's
the
what I'm
water.
saying. Yeah.
I think elephant takes it on this.
I feel like I should have left him off the list.
You should have replaced elephant with a giraffe. Those motherfuckers will kill you.
I almost put giraffe on.
Giraffe. Have you ever seen giraffes fight?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
They literally just slam their necks into each other. It is scary.
Yeah. A crocodile will probably kill it, but yeah, it's...
Well, they got long, skinny legs, so yeah.
Yeah. So elephant wins it.
Elephant wins it.
Come to an agreement. It was kind of obvious, I guess. I think the randomization of it just kind of happened that elephant stomped on everything. Rhino was probably the hardest thing for it. I mean, groups of tigers or whatever, lions, take down elephants all the time.
Well, any of these pack animals, I think if we allowed them to have
Yes.
a pack, would have won.
Exactly. Personally, I was rooting for the hippo or Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I was rooting for The Rock.
But we're all rooting for The Rock. He has it really hard, so he kind of needs our support in this kind of times.
Absolutely.
So elephant.
Elephant for the
Fucking
win. Most
Dumbo
dangerous
won.
animal alive.
Next to humans.
Next to The Rock.
I was thinking of humans as a whole. But
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Well,
if we'd put ivory poachers, they would have won this whole fucking thing.
Well, clearly, but that's pack mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, one ivory poacher with a big gun would have killed everything on here, but this is
Well, one ivory poacher with a big gun will kill everything on the planet if you let it. You know what I mean?
exactly. They are the most dangerous animal. Before we go, we're gonna rate our beers real quick.
I forgot.
I drank Maple Nipple from Lawson's Finest Liquids. It is an amber ale that tastes amazingly like real maple syrup. Maple syrup, coming in at 8%. It's amazing. I think I've rated this before on our Untapped at like a 4.25, and I think that's where I'm going to stay. I think it's amazing. It's not a huge depth of flavor, but what it does promise, as in a maple flavor, it really delivers, and I think that's important. So 4.25.
That's amazing. What a good score. I drank Bear from Treehouse Brewing, the American Brown Ale. I love this beer. It sat in my fridge for far too long. It did get much better as I drank it, as you can tell, because I did not switch over to my other beer. So I'm going to rate this based on what I remember drinking it as and not what I'm drinking it as tonight. So I'm going to rate this, I'm going to rate it a solid 3. Okay. Maybe a 3.5, because I don't particularly have a great memory of it. But based on what I'm drinking now and knowing that it is better than that, I'm going to rate it at 3.5.
On Untapped, Bear has a 3.93 overall.
Yeah, I think that would probably be a very fair rating for this beer. Yeah.
I remember having it. I don't know if I had it on the podcast or not a long time ago, but
you might have.
I love pretty much all brown ales. I don't think I've had a bad one, but it is a very good beer.
Yes.
Holy shit, we are 43 minutes into this dirty 30, apparently. That's going to be doing a lot of shots. Well, that just about wraps it up for this episode. You can find the Brew Interviews on our Instagram account at The Brew Interviews or on Twitter at Brew Interviews. You can also send us an email at thebrewinterviews@gmail.com or under Facebook, under The Brew Interviews. If you feel so inclined, you can head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/The Brew Interviews and become part of the Brew Interviews family. Just like these few people, Hillary, Mitch, Steph. Is Karen still? I don't know how.
I'll check with her later.
Because her identity got stolen. Yeah. Danny, Jess, and the Wreck My Podcast crew, thank you very much for supporting the show. Also, be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. It really helps us out. Also, be sure to check out our sponsor, AdamandEve.com, and use our promo code BREW4U. That's brew the number 4U, and get 50% off almost any one item. So get yourself something sexy and also help out the show at the same exact time.
Butt plugs.
For the but plenty of butt plugs. I haven't even looked if they had butt plugs. For the Brew Interviews, I'm Robbie.
And I'm Lauren.
Good night.
Good night. They definitely have butt plugs.
This has been The Brew Interviews, a podcast about craft beers coast to coast with Lauren and Robbie.
Moose knuckles.